Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to my subscribers. Thank you as always for your support in the Etsy store, on Facebook, and right here on YouTube. And please leave some comments. I enjoy engaging with you. So today I want to do a specimen heart journaling card. I've already cut out a few pieces to keep the video moving along. One of the key pieces is the mechanism. So I've already completed a tiny version of it, and I'm going to work from something bigger just to give you a sense of how to do the mechanism. You've seen me do this on YouTube. You've seen other people do this. You're essentially creating what's called a squash card. So you need a square. Now for our project, given the size of my hearts, I'm using a square that is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. But just to demonstrate on something bigger. So I have a square here. This is 3 inches, and I'm going to fold it this way first. Okay, almost like you're folding a napkin, okay? And then I'm going to open this up and I'm going to turn it and I'm going to fold it this way. I'm going to open it back up and I'm going to turn it again and I'm going to fold it one last time this way. Okay, now let me just highlight things for you so you can see where things were folded. So this is the one that we did when we started to do what looked like a napkin fold, okay? So that one is really important. So you're going to grab these corners here and you're going to pull them together. And now you have a tinier square and you have what is called a squash card. Now this is an important piece as we put together our little heart card. So I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to work with the smaller one. So I have several hearts that are the same size. Let me move these away. That's what you're going to be journaling on. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4 hearts that are the same size. I have another one. It's the same size, but it's hollowed out in a heart. And let me show you how I did that. So I have some nested hearts. And what I did was I took this one and then I skipped a heart and I took this one, and then you can see how many times I've used this. And then I took my snail glue and I put it on some plastic, ran it down, put it on some plastic, and then I put my larger heart down on it, and then I put my smaller heart. And I tried to line up the points as best as I could. And to keep the rest of this area, if you could see, it looks a little cloudy. To keep this from being sticky and grabbing onto the paper when I run this through a die cut, I took my eraser and I ran it over the remainder of the glue. And that took away the tackiness. So when I ran this through my, die cut and I pulled my papers out, they didn't tear or anything like that. So that's how I did the hollow heart. Okay, so in addition to these heart shapes, then I I needed a clear sheet that I also ran through my die cut, and you've seen me use these before. This is the acetate like sheet. Okay, so what I'm going to do some assembling. I am going to glue the acetate sheet, to the hollow heart, and I will get my bug, my little insect rather, that I die cut from the Tim Holtz set, and I'm going to essentially glue everything down and assemble it this way. Now, if you do not have bugs, have no fear. I mean insects. If you don't have any insects, don't worry about it. I put a free digital. I started a Ko-fi site, and the first thing I put on there, and right now it's the only thing I put on there, is I made a specimen digital. So if you wanted to do the project or any other project that you need a specimen, you've got 9 specimens here, and then I created on the bottom things for you to use as labels. So the link I will put in the description field. So let me get at least this part assembled, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have this done, and I put some distressed ink on the other side. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to let that dry. Okay, so let's work with 3 heart pieces now. The ones that are solid, and then our journaling pieces. Okay, so let's get these. We need to get these glued onto these. So let me do that, and then I'll come right back. Okay, so we have these glued down. Now we need to work with our mechanism, the smaller one, not the bigger one that we made, the smaller piece. So I'm getting all of the edges in our little squash card, just getting them distressed. And if you're wondering what color I'm using, I have been using the walnut stain. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to start attaching some things. So right here, this is what we want to bring up. Okay, we don't want to glue anything here. Okay, we want to glue things on this piece, because this has to move this way in order for our card to work. Okay, so we are going to glue this piece here, and then we're going to do the same thing with this piece here. Okay, so I'm going to get that glued down. I want to get that as close as possible to right here, that center mark. I want to get that in as close as possible, but I don't want to be so close that I'm impeding this from closing properly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue in each of these areas, both sides. And I want to get this in there as far as I can without impeding this. And then I want to do the same for the other side. And let's see here. Okay. I want to make sure that everything's going to lay properly. And it looks like it is. So, okay. Alrighty. The next thing we want to do is we have to attach our ribbon, and we have 2 ribbons, and each is about, I think 7 inches or so. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches. And what I have here, I've put a glue dot. That's why it's sticky. I put a glue dot on it. And what I'm going to do is I am going to take my ribbon and I'm going to stick it on the back here. Okay, and I'm going to do the same with the other side. I have a glue dot on this ribbon as well, and I'm going to glue that. I'm going to trying to get in the center as best as I can of the heart. And see how well I did. Not too bad. I'm not going to aim for perfection too much. It's just a demonstration. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I need to now take the other heart and I'm going to cover up my mechanism. So this is the back, okay? And I just need to glue around this, and that will cover things. And the way I put my ribbons down on both sides, I put the shiny side facing up. So let me get this glued down very quickly and I'll come right back. Okay, so I have this side glued down. I've covered up my mechanism there, and then I need to do the same thing on the other side. So this is going to be the front of our little interactive journaling card, and we've already completed our heart specimen. So you can use this as a standalone project, and you can journal on the back if you like, and then tuck it into a junk journal or inside a folio. So again, you can use this as a standalone, or what we're going to do here is we're going to glue this down, and again, we're covering up our mechanism. So let me get this glued down and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we have formed the basis now. We form our little interactive heart card. Okay, so what we want to do now is we can get a few labels on here as an embellishment. So let's get a few on there. So I have a few labels that I've cut out, and these are from Tim Holtz. But again, remember, in the free digital, I provided you with a few labels that you can use. So I don't know if this is too big, or maybe I'll use this on the inside. I'll probably do that, or stick it here somewhere, or up in the corner. I think I'll put it up in the corner. Oops. And because we have such limited journaling space, I don't want to go too crazy on the inside with embellishments. Okay, so I have one of my own labels here that I'm going to use, and it's such a tiny space. I don't want to over embellish, but here's one of my little labels. And this one says notes, and it's fitting. And then the next thing that we need to do is we just need to, let's take a tour. So we have our little specimen, and then we open it up, and then you can do some journaling here, turn it and do some journaling here. And let's see, we're just gonna tie a little bow. And we'll get our little bow going here. See how well I do this? And pull back a little bit, and then I'll tighten it, and then I'll cut a little bit of the edges off. So I've cut the edges down and did some distressing on the mechanism, and here it is. This is our little heart specimen journaling card. I have another video coming up again with a theme on specimens. Okay, everyone, if you like this video, please share, please hit the like button, and please subscribe. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.